welcome to SveNFL.
What's up, y'all?
It's Jonathan Rollins.
And Schif Musara.
We are two Americans living in Sweden, thankful for football. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Thanksgiving. And we're thankful for football. Thank you for listening to the show. And I hope y'all having a happy Thanksgiving. Those of you that are celebrating in the U.S., happy Turkey Day, man. Eat some of that good stuff. Eat some of that good food. We will be celebrating on Saturday because we don't have good Black Friday off like y'all do in America. So it's dumb for us to get together on Thursday night when we all know that we got to get up in the morning. So we do it on Saturday night. That's when we're going to celebrate because it's never too late to be thankful. And we're going to be celebrating together, Schif and I, again for what, 4th year in a row, something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. So it's cool, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a good setup, I think, because it sort of clears the slate. You know, you can really tuck in and watch these Thanksgiving games without having to deal with Thanksgiving in the background, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to them in a minute, but we got 3 of them, and they're all kind of bangers. Which is way different from the way we grew up. Yeah. You know, the Thanksgiving games were usually a joke.
Yeah, it was background music.
Yeah, exactly. But now they're fucking straight bangers. And then what do we got? Friday, we got Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking good old-fashioned hate. And then Saturday, we got all the other just crazy college football rivalry games.
Yeah.
Just you know, this was the week that my dad used to do this thing, and this is before, you know, obviously before streaming and all this stuff. He would grab every television in the house, all of them. You know, we lived in a house. They had a TV in their room. I had one in my room. We had one in the living room. We had one at a room down. He would grab 5 or 6 TVs. He would drag them all into the living room.
Yeah, back then it's not as easy back then too.
And he would turn them all to different channels, and we would have all these games on with these TVs stacked on top of each other. It was like his favorite day of the year.
That's so cool.
It was great. And he would take the turkey that we had on Thursday, and he would boil down the carcass and make the most amazing turkey soup that you've ever had in your life. It was like just such a clear memory for me as a kid.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of things we'll avoid though, doing it the way we do it, is political discussion. Like, you know, we don't have the old racist uncle or aunt that might say some wild shit. We don't really have that because it's not all family. You know what I mean? So everybody's kind of, we're cool, but we're not at the level where somebody's gonna get drunk and say some wild shit.
We're out here in woke Sweden where everybody's on the left.
Everybody's on the left, yeah. So the political discussion be like, so why doesn't everybody have health care? And we're like, yeah. And then one thing
you announce your pronouns at the door.
Yeah. What do they want on their turkey? And then which is not a bad thing, everybody. Jeez.
It's fine. It's just funny. You know what I mean?
Like, and then we one thing we won't have. I've been trying to put. We have a little group chat, and I wanted to talk to you about that because we have a little group chat with all of the people, but I'm not. It's like different constellations, so everybody's not everybody's not tight with each other like that. It's different groups in there. And I put in I don't know if you saw it, but I put a little post.
I saw it this morning.
I put a little video in there because the thing we talk about, we talk about it, and at least my family, you know, you got your cousin. When you get older, you realize that your cousins always go take a walk before they eat. Yeah. And I didn't understand until I got older that they take cousins and uncles and stuff. They take a walk because they're going to go smoke a joint.
Right.
And come back, and the food will be even better. Thanksgiving food is gonna be even better. So I posted about that, and they're like, we don't know you like that, motherfucker. You know?
Well, it's funny because my first reaction to it was like, well, this is going to be interesting because you know, again, like you said, there's different types of people in the group. From my own personal perspective, I was like, well, I can't really respond to this text because the last thing my wife wants to think is that I went out and got high before I came back in to happy Thanksgiving because she doesn't fuck
Yeah,
with
no,
that
yeah. I mean,
idea.
we're in Sweden. Those that don't live in Sweden don't understand the, despite the liberal leaning of the country, they're very, very conservative when it comes to drug use, and weed is like heroin here. People talk about it like it's like So
Yeah,
it's a very interesting. It's a very weird thing for me to understand, but
yeah.
so
I
I
mean,
like
they'll drink until they're like face down
yeah
in the
yeah
ground. But the idea that you would take a walk and smoke a joint before you have Thanksgiving is like, why would you do that?
yeah. Jeez, crazy. What are
Uh,
you? What are you, an addict?
anyway,
Yeah, so I thought it was. I was like, I know this is gonna be weird, but fuck it.
I thought it was funny that you put that in there.
Yeah. But it's fun stuff, man. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm ready to make my mac and cheese. I'm throwing down on that. I'm ready to make my dressing. I'm ready for your turkey. I'm ready
Yep.
for cranberry sauce and all of the stuff that goes with Thanksgiving. And one thing that I'm ready for is football, and we're getting a lot of that. Do you have any news before we get to flipping, or?
Just a couple of little ones. I don't know how well the Bills. Okay, the Bills. The Bills signed Brandon Cooks,
Oh, Super Bowl. Super
wide
Bowl.
receiver. Obviously, they needed help in that department. Brandon Cooks was a sort of a cast off from the New Orleans Saints, and they released him. So the Bills picked him up. I'm not sure. We'll see. Probably, and this is we don't normally talk about offensive line, but this one feels like kind of a bigger deal. Lions offensive lineman Frank Ragnow, who kind of retired out of nowhere, surprisingly, has now decided to unretire and rejoin the Lions. Which
say you don't like training camp without saying you don't like training camp.
yeah, exactly. But I think to me, that's like huge news for the Lions.
Yeah.
I think that could be a big deal for them.
Wow.
We also have who's the guy who punched? Did you see that video of Juwan Jennings getting punched in the nuts?
No, I didn't see that.
I forget his name, but yeah, this dude punched Juwan Jennings in the nuts. Some guy from the Panthers. He got suspended for 1 game, which was kind of funny. A lot of people are like, okay, so spitting on a guy and punching them in the nuts is the same thing. I think you should get 2 game suspension, 1 for each nut, if you ask me.
That's funny.
Let's see. Buccaneers, keep an eye on Baker Mayfield. Very, very limited in practice.
He gonna play, man.
Teddy Bridgewater is taking all the reps with the ones at the moment, so we'll see. Anybody who has Josh Jacobs in fantasy, he's playing tonight. He's back. Good for him. Yeah, it's just mostly like kind of injury report news. Everybody check your fantasy. Like we got 3 games tonight. Oh, it's going to be.
It's going down. We're gonna put together a sweet parlay for y'all too.
Yeah, like Thanksgiving table parlay. You know what I mean? With all the fixings.
With all the fixes. How about Juwan? I'm watching him get punched in the nuts. Woo! I do not. Oof.
He was not happy.
He's not. Oh no, he's about to. He's trying to kill that man. Damn.
There was a funny clip out there of Shanahan being asked about this after the game, and it's a split screen between Shanahan at a press conference and the video clip of Juwan Jennings getting punched in the nuts. And Shanahan said, they asked him, they said, "Did you see what happened?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw the tape, but he got sucker punched in the nuts." He's like, "I was just glad that Juwan really composed himself and kept his cool." Meanwhile, the image is like Juwan Jennings like, "Let me hit that motherfucker."
Yeah, you don't do that, man. Come on now. Did you see when they asked Shanahan about because they're playing the Browns? They asked him about Shedeur Sanders.
What did he say?
He was like, I haven't seen much about him, but the guys say that he's good. He said, I didn't look at him myself, but when they were scouting, they said they liked him. That's basically what he was saying. Like they liked him.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm see if I can find the actual quote. I was looking at that because they're trying to get some bulletin board material.
Of course.
But he said that his Dion was his idol. So he said it'll be weird facing his idol's son because he really looked up. He was his hero growing up. He said, I didn't put a lot of time into it personally, but I knew the coaching staff thought he was a good player.
Smart by Shanahan.
Yeah, but that's kind of a dismissal too. Like, I ain't look at that motherfucker. Or he ain't better than Brock. That's his way. I ain't think he was better than Brock.
Yeah,
but he said he was surprised that he fell in the draft like that too.
Like you said, he didn't give him any bulletin board material. That's smart by him.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL, man. What can I say?
Sure. Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, I just question his decision-making prowess when
the times
in a big spot.
Yeah,
that's all. Let's get into it. This delicious slate of Thanksgiving.
Well, speaking of delicious, before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about some delicious barbecue. SveNFL is proudly sponsored by Brisket and Friends. Brisket and Friends is the best barbecue in Sweden. Brisket and Friends. Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your grandma. Go there. Get you some good barbecue. Best in Sweden. Now, back to SveNFL. All right, we back, y'all. And I'm going to be flipping this time. Don't look at the screen if you're watching this because we don't need to see what I'm flipping. But I do have a coin.
Oh, my God.
Skip's going to call it in the air. We're going to do flip and pick 'em. And flip and pick 'em, for those that don't know, we don't really explain the game that much. It's basically flipping a coin to see the order. We're going to assign teams to each other and pick the winner of the games. And then if that team wins, if your team wins, you get a point. So far, I'm up by 9, man. You've been closing the lead. It's 93-84. I think we had a tie last week, 7-7. But that doesn't mean anything. What means something is the asterisk. Right now, I'm 50% my asterisk rate, 5 for 10, and Schif is 4 for 16. That's 25%. But the percentage doesn't matter either. It's just who gets more asterisks right. And I'm up 5-4 in the asterisks. For those that care. Also, you get multiple points if you pick an underdog and they win. So Skip's behind. He might do that. We'll see. But now we've explained it, and now I'm going to flip it, and Skip's going to call it in the air. I'm ready to flip if you're ready to pick. You ready?
Let's do it. Tails.
Oh, it's heads. For once, tails does fail. Wow. Yeah, we got heads. And I will go. I'll go second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go first, man. Skip starts. Yeah.
Okay. Our first Thanksgiving game is obviously the Detroit Lions, as it always is. And this year they will be playing the Green Bay Packers. Now, let's try to create some context as we talk about some of these games because, this one is of massive importance. You got the Lions are 7-4, the Packers are 7-3-1. They're all chasing the Bears, who are 8-3. This division is must-see TV anytime they play each other. I mean, I don't remember the last time I saw a Thanksgiving game that was this consequential.
Yeah.
This is a big fucking deal. Given that the Lions are playing at home, they're in the Dome. This is where Goff shines. I know that Green Bay has a pretty good defense. They haven't been as good as we thought they were going to be, if I'm being honest. And their offense is just kind of average, really. So I'm going to go with the Lions on this one.
I'm going to go ahead and put an asterisk on that.
Yeah, of course you are.
I think the Lions are going to lose, man. I think they're going to – they had some trouble with the Giants last week because of that defensive line. And I think if you get Goff moving a bit, he just spirals, man. So I think the Packers – yeah, the defense might step up, man. You're going to have Micah Parsons. And then last week they were moving him down the middle a bit. If they put him in the middle and pushes that pocket back, Goff is going to shit himself. That's just my logic, but that doesn't mean anything. The Chiefs are playing the Cowboys. which means something. I think the Cowboys, can the Chiefs keep up with the Cowboys offense? I don't know. But and the Cowboys are home. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay. This game is another one that's here. Kansas City is essentially in all of their games are must-win games at this point. They've struggled a bit. They're 6-5. They're only one game behind the Chargers, who are 7-4. Every game they lose essentially makes it less and less likely that they even make it in as a wild card team. Them winning the division is like completely, seemingly impossible at this point. And then, the Cowboys, it's not out of the question that they sneak in as a wild card either. And they're playing much improved football. That offense is just firing on all cylinders. The defense has gotten a little better. I think this one's going to be close. But I think you're right. I would have picked the Chiefs also, even though I want to put an asterisk on it. I feel like last week I made my bold prediction that the Cowboys were going to beat the Eagles.
Well done.
I can't do that 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Bengals playing the Ravens. This is the final Thanksgiving game. The big news here. Well, the big news here is obviously that Joe Burrow is back. The other news is that Lamar Jackson has been playing like ass. He has not thrown a touchdown pass in 2 straight games since coming back from injury. And just from the eye test alone, you can see it when you watch him play. He does not look like Lamar
100%.
Jackson.
Yeah.
And now I think was on the injury report this week with a new injury of some
Bruce
kind.
Ego.
I don't know.
No.
I have this, it. I have this thing with the Bengals because my daughter likes the Bengals.
What's the? Let me go ahead and look at this.
However,
it's 7-point favorites. So if you did it, you could get the underdog points.
Ooh, you know what? Actually, I was gonna go with my head on this, but fuck it. I'm going for underdog. I'm picking the Bengals. I need it. This is strategic.
All right, this is gonna be in our.
I actually think the Ravens are gonna win, but I'm throwing a dart here.
Yeah. All right, the Bears are playing the Eagles. This is a big
Black
tough
Friday
test.
game.
Black Friday game. Bears Eagles. National TV. Caleb gets to show what he's made of, and so does Vic Fangio. I think the Eagles will win this game.
A lot of narrative around this game, too. A lot of people like me are not 100% sure if Caleb Williams is for real. And most people seem to think that if they beat the Eagles, then you kind of have to...
Yeah, got to respect them.
You got to...
Put some respect on my name.
I mean, despite the way the Eagles' offense is kind of coming and going at times, that defense is still pretty vicious.
Yeah.
So...
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the 49ers traveling to Cleveland to play the Browns.
Oh.
Couple of things I want to point out. We are at that time of year where they say the season doesn't start until Thanksgiving. Part of the reason why people say that is because one of my favorite underrated aspects of the NFL season is the weather and how the weather can play a factor when it comes to these games. And I can tell you, looking at NFLweather.com, which is one of my favorite things to do come November, December, 34 degrees. They're playing in Cleveland. It's going to be 34 degrees. Very, very likely a chance of snow and rain.
Ooh.
And 17-mile-an-hour winds.
Ooh. Okay.
The other thing you have to remember is that the Cleveland Browns have a man by the name of Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
He is 5 sacks away from breaking the all-time sack record.
Wow. On week 13.
5 sacks. This guy's racking up he's got multiple games this year where he has 2 or more sacks in a game.
But then you think they're going to be dropping back to throw the ball a lot? He's not going to get a lot of sacks. They're going to run the ball all over him. Yeah, it's going to be.
They're going to run.
I think you bet the under. Is what you do. Find the under and bet that shit.
What is the under? Ooh, 36.5.
I say still bet it. They're not throwing that ball.
36.5, and the 49ers are favored by 5.
It's gonna what? They're going to be dumping the ball off to McCaffrey, which made us rich last week. And they're going to be running the ball with him and Robinson, who's coming into form in that offense.
I am tempted to take the Browns in this game.
Really?
A little bit.
What about Shedeur Sanders' second start makes you think that Robert Saleh won't figure that out?
Nothing. Yeah. But I think they, too, will not ask him to do that much.
Right, but then they're going to try to run on that,
But ultimately, at the end of the day, in a game where you know that it's going to fall on the shoulders of the running back for both of these teams, San Francisco clearly has the better running back.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 49ers.
Yeah, man. I like how you thought through it, man, because we are betting on this, by the way. Jaguars are playing the Titans. Titans are frisky, but I feel like the Titans are a fan's best dream, a rebuilding team's best dream. They got the quarterback, it seems. They're going to be looking for a coach. They're losing games, but they're looking good losing. So it's like what you want. You're going to get a good draft pick, and they're going to be fighting hard and not going to be pushovers. So I think the Jags will win, but it's not going to be that easy. They're 6.5 point favorites.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to stay in this division. We got the Texans playing the Colts. This game is massive.
Mm-hmm.
It could be low scoring. It could be quite boring. This Texans defense is filthy. It all hinges on their ability to stop Jonathan Taylor, because we've seen that if you can stop Jonathan Taylor, the Daniel Jones kind of starts to look a little more like Giants Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Assuming the Jaguars will take care of business versus the Titans, the Colts cannot afford to lose this game. Where are they playing? They're playing in
Indianapolis. Yeah.
You know what? Just for that, I'm going to take the home team.
Okay. All right. Speaking of home teams, Dolphins are back off a bye week at home against a bad quarterback for the Saints, one of the worst teams in the NFL. If the Dolphins don't win this game, then it's embarrassing. But they have been that all season. So I'm still going to pick the Saints, though. I mean, the Dolphins over the Saints. That might have been a Freudian slip. Dolphins are favored by 5.5 points. But I feel like just talent-wise, Miami should win this game easily and give us a little bit more hope that we can hang ourselves with later in the season. I'm sorry, rope. Did a rope hope.
Okay, next up, we got the Falcons traveling north to play the Jets.
Yeah. Or is it this?
A shit bowl brought to you by Xlex.
Probably. Considering that the Jets, I think, is it Tyrod Taylor who's going to start this game? I think.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I mean, every logic says that the Falcons will win this football game. The Falcons are not a logical football team, obviously. My other concern, and this is impossible to predict, but you're going to have Kirk Cousins, considering the old Achilles injury, and that football field, and the number of Achilles that football field has claimed. There have been just nonstop complaints from players about that field.
Yeah.
They just not gonna want that.
We're also going to be without Drake London for the second week in a row.
Damn.
But I'm gonna I'm just gonna pick the Falcons and shut the fuck up.
Damn. You're only 2.5 point favorites too, man. All right. The Bucks are playing the Cardinals. See why I picked second. Let you go first. Because these games are a little Bucks are gonna beat the Cardinals. I don't know. This could be an upset. But I feel like, Cardinals they're putting up points, but they can't stop a nosebleed.
I'm gonna put an asterisk on that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I'm genuinely concerned about Baker
You know
Mayfield.
what? I almost want to change it to the Cardinals.
It's too late. Now that the asterisk is down, it's over.
Would that be an upset thing? No,
Is
the
it?
Bucks are only favored by 2.5. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know, man. We'll see. That one is like a toss up.
The next one is not a toss up. The Rams are gonna
Panthers about to get tossed up.
yeah, exactly. About to toss that salad.
Every time. That was a little Panther soup. So that's it? You saying Rams? No.
Hell yeah.
Okay. The Vikings are coming to Seahawks home field advantage. Sam Darnold out here with Jackson Smith and Jigba might be breaking records too. I got to give it to the Seahawks, man. They're a well-oiled machine. The defense is too good. J.J. McCarthy is out too, so that makes it tougher for the Vikings to do anything. Imagine not having your starting quarterback. So,
Wow.
no,
Just out here disrespecting Max Brosmer?
Is he going to play?
Vikings third string quarterback? You're out here disrespecting Max Brosmer.
Oof.
What's the spread on this game?
Man.
11.5.
I'm looking at. Well, they missed the spread last week when they were eking out a damn. They don't have his passing over under.
They don't even know who he is yet. They're like, wait, what? Next up, we got Bills, Steelers playing in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Let's see. Again, I draw your attention to the weather. 56% chance of rain, 35 degrees Fahrenheit, 12-mile-an-hour winds. This could get ugly.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like there's bad weather all over the East Coast this week.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect when you just start letting flights fly again.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Bills are in. I think the Bills are in desperation win mode. They have not looked good lately. I'm going to say the Bills handle their business.
Okay. What a surprise. No, I knew you were going to say that. Raiders are playing the Chargers in LA, and I think the Raiders might be the worst team in football, and this will be their chance to prove it. And they're going to lose to the Chargers. It's a get-right game for the Chargers.
Okay. Broncos are back off a bye.
Oof.
And they're playing the Washington Commanders in Washington, D.C.
At Trump Field?
Yeah. Trump Field. I mean, I have to imagine the Broncos will easily take care of the Commanders, who are just a distant memory of the way we thought of them this time last year. Yeah, I'm going to go Broncos.
Okay. Broncos. Is there only one? No. Okay, there's 3 games on the the slate. They're pretty good games. I think the NFL scheduling has been pretty good. All right, we got I forgot to make the bets too. You said the Colts will win, right? Yeah. Yeah, they were favored by 4, so way to go out on a limb there, buddy. Yeah, we got the Patriots are playing the Giants in the game of the week. I got to say the Patriots are going to keep rolling. Giant, that might be oof. That might be one to throw an asterisk on, huh? Giants are notorious for beating the Patriots.
I think Dart.
Almost wanted to make it upset.
I think Dart is going to be back.
Really?
I think so.
It might be time to throw in anytime touchdown bet. Something to think about.
You know what? I'm going to put an asterisk on that just for fun. Just because you said.
Let's see what asterisk I could throw around. I don't want to do one. I don't want to add insult to injury if the Jets do beat the Falcons.
I was going to say you should just do Jets. The Falcons are they're a coin toss every week at this point. Never know what the hell they're going to do.
Oh, no, you picked the Colts. I think the Texans will beat the Colts, actually.
Okay.
I thought you were picking the Texans. I had even written in there that you were going to pick them, and I had to change it. So, yeah, I think the Texans are going to beat the Colts. I think the Colts might be Fugazi.
Okay.
But that's the under game of the week, boy. So we both put out for two asterisks.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, man. We got our asterisk kicked. All right. Game of the week. I think you mentioned it too. I think the Barry White sexiest matchup is the Texans versus Colts. We got us a division rivalry. I feel like we might have a this a big statement game for the Texans, man, to show that they're really for real. But winning this division might be the only path to the playoffs for all the teams. So they're gonna be fighting hard. So I think that's gonna make it even sexier. So I'm going Texans versus Colts.
I'm gonna go with the first game. I'm gonna go Packers-Lions. These two teams, division rivals, Thanksgiving. The winner gets the turkey. Although I have heard recently that the turkey's kind of gross.
What turkey?
The turkey, the winning team, gets interviewed at the end of the Thanksgiving game, and they come out and they get to eat the turkey while they're being interviewed. Apparently, they cook that turkey like hours before, and then they just stick it in a fridge, and then when the game's over, they bring it out. So the turkey's like kind of gross.
Ew.
According to the players.
Oh. Okay.
So that's weird. But this game I think is going to be, must see TV. I'm here for it.
All right. My upset of the week, I didn't pick it during the picks, but I really think the Cardinals could beat the Bucs, man. This might be a chance for them to if I had to pick an upset, this was one that was standing out to me. Besides Jets over Falcons, I think Cardinals over Bucs would be a bigger surprise that the Bucs, who seem like sometimes like a top team in the NFC, lose to the Cardinals, who seem like kind of lost a little bit. So, yeah, that's my upset of the week. What's your upset?
I'm going to go with my onion hanger. Bengals beat the Ravens.
Ooh. Wait. You picked them. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that. All right. My bold prediction, my John Starks bold prediction is that Micah Parsons is going to go nuts against the Lions on Thanksgiving, which is normally his day to play. He's used to it as a Cowboy. He's used to playing on Thanksgiving and going nuts. And now he gets to play against a different team on Thanksgiving. So I think he's going to have 3+ tackles for a loss, at least two sacks. They're going to terrorize Jared Goff in what I was thinking that could be an upset, but I think the Packers will still win it. But yeah, that's my.
I'm going to go with a similar bold prediction.
I'm
going to go with a similar bold prediction. I think that Myles Garrett, 5 sacks away from breaking the sack record.
Ooh.
He's going to get all 5 against the 49ers. 3 against Purdy, 2 against Mac Jones. And the Browns will still lose the football game. Because the last time Myles Garrett got 5 sacks, they still lost the football game.
Yeah, and also our boy looks a little shaky over there. Swole Toe Purdy. Swole Toe's looking like a little shaky in that back there. So maybe that ring rust might hurt him a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
And my Donald Rumsfeld unknown unknowns is the state of the AFC South. That division is all playing each other, and right now we don't know what the division rankings will be. But based upon wins and losses on Sunday, that division could be flipped upside down. Not upside down. Titans can't make it to the top, but that could be really a huge shakeup. So that's the unknown unknown.
I like that. I'm going to go with the state of the NFC South.
Oh. Yeah.
The Bucs are moving in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
They're dealing with some very serious injuries to key players like Baker Mayfield as well as others.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina wins and lose, win and lose, win, lose, win, lose. And then the Falcons, if everything goes according to plan, right? If the Bucs keep trending down, they lose this week. They're 6-6. Carolina loses to the Rams, highly likely. They're 6-7. Mm-hmm. If the Falcons take care of business up in New York, all of a sudden they're 5-7. Mm-hmm. It's like, wait a second,
they're all
what's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here telling you I think the Falcons are going to swap places with the Bucs at the end of the year, but I'm just saying both of the South divisions are messy.
That's true, man. Jeez.
That's how we do it in the South. We like it messy.
That's how we do it in the South. Messy. There's a report now, too, that Elon Musk's trying to buy the Dolphins. And Stephen Ross was like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. Maybe it's something that we could look into later.
Interesting.
That would suck if he owned my team. Ugh.
That would be gross.
It feels like it's a shot at Trump, who always wanted to own a team. Like
that's
Elon,
true.
Elon, who started this Epstein stuff, and is like, yeah, they got a little they're frenemies.
Nice Thanksgiving table discussion, perhaps.
Yeah.
If you're at Thanksgiving, you should bring all this stuff up.
Bring all of this up. Talk about Musk.
This is the year to be like, you know what? Let's fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about everything.
This is the year for it, man. I don't know how you haven't done it yet. Matter of fact, before dinner, call everybody and say, hey, man, before we get there, I want to talk a little bit about voting. And
also, skip the walk to smoke the joint. Just spark that shit up at the table.
At the table, man. Grandma needs to get a contact.
Just spark that shit up at the table this year.
You gambling with grandma's money anyway, man. Let her get a little contact, man. Let her see what you're using her money for if you're following our bet advice. Thank y'all so much, man. Happy Thanksgiving again. Everybody enjoy the holiday weekend. Enjoy your Christmas shopping if you're starting like we're starting. Have a good one, man. We'll be back to talk about the results of all of these games. Good luck to your teams unless your team's the Saints. Fuck the Saints.
Yeah, fuck the Jets.
I'm Jonathan Rollins.
Skip Mizora.
With SveNFL. Peace.
Later, y'all.